if you really look at sort of digital media and digital advertising of all forms, what's changing is the ability for marketers to really target. I just mean changing over the larger sort of landscape of looking backwards a few years. What's going to change moving forward isn't so much finding people in inventory, it's going to be what you show them. And what I mean by that is the same data and tech that's been built up and done such a great job of helping with targeting and for selling can now then say, you have all that data, you can customize really the creative, and that's the user's experience with the ad. So what we've been working on is bringing really tools, bringing a platform that is sort of a complement to like a DMP, except instead of pulling data for, like I've been saying, targeting, what you do is you take the creative and treat it like a little application and dynamically deliver the right experience for the consumer. Now that can take all sorts of forms and all sorts of media, and so the challenge really comes from the scale of doing it. You have a lot of data, you have a lot of different types of users, and so a platform can come into play to really make that something that's manageable and measurable. It's really interesting to see publishers are doing this in really creative ways, and there's always creative ways on the buy side too. And the general trends though are to really take what I would call as like a mixed media or media mashup kind of approach of different videos or videos and other forms of content and imagery, and pulling it together into an experience that can then be tested. So you asked specifically about optimization. There's really 3 techniques that I think are really done for just the general improvement of creative, and one is optimization. And that's kind of easy to think about if you've been in the industry a long time. You know about dynamic creative optimization, which really is saying based on clicks and figure out what banner maybe works in best scenarios. If you also think of marketing, you can think about all the optimization that's been done on emails and websites and just A/B testing. And so this A/B testing and multivariate kind of optimization, both of those are really coming to the forefront in creative today, because you can build dynamic creative that's targeted to a specific consumer based on the data you know, and you can test what works. So it's just like website testing, and it's applying that. The other 2 tactics though are personalization, so taking that data and then presenting, maybe you would see something different than I would based on what we know about each other, or just a really changing of the user experience to allow for interaction. And kind of this blending of, it's not just a flat experience where I can just do one thing. Maybe it's a video where I can take a quiz. Maybe it's a mobile unit where I can shop inside, and then it knows where I am and stores near me, etc.
So tell us about the work that you guys are doing for the New York Times, Wikia, other publishers, what their demands are and what you're doing for them. Sure.
No, yeah, I love talking about our publisher customers because they've really embraced Flight and what we do. And really what how we work for them is as a creative management platform, as a CMP. They have teams who build, serve, measure, and manage ad products that then they go out and sell direct, or in some cases do programmatic sales. And in both of those cases, what they're really doing is differentiating their inventory by complementing it with experience or product. So very excited about what, like you mentioned, New York Times and Wikia. So New York Times has built 2 really interesting ad products that involve video lately. One is their Flex Frame, and the other is Mobile Moments. So the Flex Frame is really something that as a user you'd experience is like a very integrated, nice, probably native-like experience. Meaning that the video is full bleed, it's brought within the content well, and it just truly belongs inside the web or app experience in which the user's seeing it. Next, it's got effects like video that auto plays, or different elements that are really modern experience setting. And then if you take Mobile Moments, that's layering something on top that's doing time-based data integration to figure out what to show when based on integrating data into the overall experience. So if you think back about talking about the creative management platform, really letting that ad turn into an application that's full of data. So they're doing that to show an integrated video-rich experience that then pulls data in to show the right user the right type of the right content.
Cool. And finally, let me ask you about programmatic video and what you're doing in that, area.
Sure. Well, if you think about programmatic video and really all forms of sort of modern programmatic, you have an opportunity to layer on top after the inventory decisioning of what content you show. So that could be just literally what video or maybe what interactive elements go on top of another video. So technically we're talking about using updated VAST and VPaid and really bringing in customization. It's exciting to see though, because we have customers who are sort of on the bleeding edge of this, who are using our tech to pull together really cool programmatic products that allow them to do things like interesting buying or extension, where they'll layer on cool effects, like what content did the user last see, bring in a quiz about that content on top of a video in VPaid, or a pre-roll unit that's truly optimized based on where you are in the world right now. And it can all get managed though as a single creative tag, which is a huge piece. You don't have to pick up all this complexity to do complex stuff.
Cool. And tell us just finally, what's going on with Flight? Where do you stand? Where's this year bringing you?
Yeah, super exciting year. I mean, 2016 has so much, and I think the excitement comes from, one, a recognition that creative matters now, and it's very much, like more than ever, people are excited about technology around creative. So we're really leaning forward into it. Got tons of stuff coming with video in the short term, really good stuff coming on with mobile, and then I'm very excited also about just these sort of blended experiences, like as video and rich media kind of converging and mobile and video are converging, the products that you can build that integrate video in are really compelling. So with us, what we're really focused on is better ways to bring data in a scalable way, and then also just really pushing on the envelopes of user experience, like how we can put these power tools in the hands of very creative people to build ads that really live up to the best apps as far as experience. And so we're doing all of this, just investing in this creative management platform and the technology that we bring to market. So exciting.